We're going to have to roll into town today for some shopping, even though it is Sunday. Surely the grocery store is open in town. Running out of cat food again. We'll get a few more cans than we did the last time. She eats 2 cans a day. 2 of the big cans, not the little ones, the big ones, a day. So 8 cans, 4 days. I'm about to get more. With some more bird seed too. They really tear that up. And also my hummingbird feeders. I'm washing it out. I need to finish cleaning it up today and go ahead and put it out because I saw a hummingbird. This feeder right here, it needs a different kind of seed than this one. Is okay for sunflower seed, but this one, they are extremely wasteful with it and they dump it on the ground. But the other birds do come and get it on the ground. The birds that, like a dove, they're not so much a perching animal as a ground animal. So, but a millet seed would be better in that feeder, because it has a few sunflower seeds and all that millet stuff, and they just throw that on the ground. See how everything is so dry here. This place used to be a lot less drier. I wouldn't say it was ever wet. It has in the distant past, but in recent times it has been much wetter than it is now. So this is a drought for this area, and an extended drought in this area. When the ponderosa trees, they're the ones that are getting attacked with the beetles, the Japanese beetles. And once a tree gets attacked by beetles, they swarm it, they're going to kill it. They're going to kill it. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. They bore into the tree, lay their eggs, then those eggs hatch, they swarm and eat into the tree again, and it's just a huge vicious cycle. But when it's really dry like that, the trees are stressed so much earlier. They have no fighting resistance at all under a drought. So at least in wetter times, they can at least try to fight back and live a little longer. See, that's the thing. I mean, there's those beetles are not native, but they are for a reason. The forest would get so big and it would need to be thinned, and that's why the beetles are around. So unfortunately, that doesn't take into account the logging, the loss due to logging and all that other stuff, and then you introduce an invasive species and you can wipe out the largest boreal forest in the entire world, which means the continuous forest. It's the ponderosa forest that goes down here into Mexico, into Arizona, parts of Nevada. One continuous huge swath of land. Saw a bunch of bluebirds this morning. But once we get back from town, we're going to jump on Blue Truck. Maybe we can get it fixed today. We finally got the parts in, so we will put the towel over the seat. We'll put the saddlebags on here and gear up and go into town, and then get back and start on a truck. It's like gonna be a beautiful day. Maybe we can get a lot accomplished. Made it back from grocery shopping. Dollar General is still closed. Front door all smashed in. We didn't get a whole lot because Jake's is just extraordinarily expensive. We got the minimum, but we had to go for cat food. We were out of cat food, so we can't go without a cat food. So we didn't stock up, but we got enough to get us through the week, I guess, if we have to. Really wanted some bananas, but they didn't have any fresh fruit. And then it dawned on me, this is Sunday, their truck comes in tomorrow, so oh well. Now let's unload all this stuff and start working on Blue Truck. Kiki Kitty's grass is starting to sprout up. She will really like that. This is around the edge, but not as much as this right here. I bring it in every night because it gets really close to freezing every night, like 33. 34, 35. The other day there was ice in a bucket of water. But we rode into town and got some groceries. Dollar General still closed. So we're gonna go up here and start working on Blue Truck. I want to clean up the valley before we start working on anything. It needs cleaning up, so I'll get everything ready and maybe we'll start working on it. And we're back out here at it since we got the parts in. Right now we are going to get our flashlight, shine down in there and clean all the oil out of the valley that fell in there from the turbo leaking. There's a drain in the back, so we can be able to spray some brake clean and help us, but we want to clean that out. Then we will get to putting it all back together. Already filthy. I cleaned out the valley in the middle of the engine. It's hard to see. You need to put a flashlight on it. All that oil was accumulating down in there, so clean that all up. And what I'm going to do next is here's the turbo. Now these turbos have this exhaust back pressure valve right here. When the engine is cold, the sensor senses that and closes this valve right here to try to heat the engine up quicker, create a lot of back pressure, which you don't want when you're towing. So we are going to eliminate this right here. I really want to just take the middle disc out, leave the rod, because if not it'll exhaust leak. So but these are riveted in there. So we take this off right here, the turbo, and see if we can get this centerpiece out. I've got all these bolts loose right here. I want to do this before we put everything back together and clean everything up. They do make a piece that eliminates this. It's just a hole, basically. Same thing without none of this valve right here. I've got one in Mesa in storage. A lot of good is done here. Anyway, we're going to take that off, see if we can at least get the centerpiece off. We can leave the rod in there, that's not a big deal, but if we can take this off without a big huge deal, then we'll go for it. Alright, we've got the flange housing off. Need to be careful with this gasket right here. I don't need to mess this gasket up. I'm going to try to get this off. It's riveted on, so we'll probably drill a couple holes right here, and then it should come out. I want to take the rod out because the exhaust will leak out of it. They make a piece without this valve in here, but we've got one in storage in Mesa, and the wastegate is tiny on this thing. The puck is like that big. It's just ridiculous. Okay, let's see if we can drill these rivets out. We are getting dirty, and we are wearing gloves too. I was able to drill the butterfly out of there. We'll leave the rod in place, because if not, we got a hole at the, I don't know if there's one at the bottom. I don't think so. There's one at the top there. So have a huge exhaust leak. Had to drill the holes out and then push the pins so they wouldn't eventually rattle loose and fall somewhere. So now we'll put this back on here and start the process of putting it back together. Well, we got the valley cleaned up. I'd like to throw a vacuum cleaner in there, but it'd be a long ass extension cord, let me tell you. So we are just gonna put it on like it is, because it's clean enough. Might wipe it out again. I wish I could get a vacuum cleaner, but golly, man, that'd be a long way from way down there to up here. So I've got the turbocharger ready to go. I took the butterfly plate off. I left the rod in there. I cleaned all the couplers, and the clamps were greasy and grimy. I cleaned those, and the spider was greasy. I cleaned it up. So we're ready to go tomorrow. I'm gonna call it a day. It's so freaking windy out here. Just afraid that wind will blow the hood on me. But tomorrow we'll get up and we'll fix this thing, finish it, get those O-rings, put the turbocharger back in, and ready to go. How about that?